welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales Gentleman Streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no throne, Cicerone. And welcome back to Stream Fridays. This is the, what I like to call, the modern speakeasy block of the stream in which I play a persistent campaign of a relatively modern game. I don't know these days how many of you might still think that Hades is modern, but you know what, I kind of feel like anything past the PlayStation 3 era is probably considered modern, and PlayStation 2 and before is probably retro. I'm sure that your mileage may vary on that particular question, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it. I've heard other people define retro as anything that is older than 10 years, so a generation, and I guess that's also a fair descriptor. But yeah, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. Hades is modern, it is less than 10 years old, and I will have no arguments of anyone saying otherwise. Anyways, you might notice that thing. I'm looking at a few different things today. I actually revamped my setup this morning. I actually added an ultra wide monitor as my main display. And while that is wonderful and that is like a perfect addition to my battle station, it does kind of just throw off how I'm seeing things. So now I have to turn all the way over here to see my third screen, and then my first screen over here, which is like a vertical screen, is a little bit more over, and if I really want to look at it, I kind of have to do one of these things. So you might see me turning my neck just a bit more, which is the opposite of what Batman used to do back in those 89 movies. So that's neither here nor there. As you can also imagine, even though it's nice to have an ultra wide monitor, my capture unit only captures a fraction of it before it just completely crops out the side, and so I kind of had to do a mad dash to try to understand, well, where do I want my display capture situated versus where does my display actually show. And in the end, I kind of just went with the point of least resistance and decided on just complete center, and anything that gets cropped out will unfortunately get cropped out. Anyways, that's a peek behind the scenes. That's nothing that you need to know, but that's something that I felt like talking about, because you know what, nothing too much has changed since yesterday. I think it's been a good Thursday, Friday. Here's hoping that it's going well for you too. Here's hoping that it's the end of the week, and maybe you got some fun stuff lined up for you in this weekend. I know last weekend was a huge one, considering that it was Labor Day weekend, and for all those laborers out there, you got to get some nice rest, at least some of you. But hopefully that this weekend is a little nicer just as well. Anything else that I need to talk about right now? Probably lots, but you know what, let's not waste my breath trying to think about what I should be saying or what I should not be saying. One thing that I do need to talk about, it's what's on tap right now. And this is something we've seen a lot of times before. This is Paulaner Hefeweizen, which is a wheat beer from Germany. Hefeweizen simply means wheat beer. And there's a couple of ways that people call wheat beers. Here in the Americas, I feel like they call them white ales. Of course, there's just wheat ales. In Germany, they are called Hefeweizens. In Belgium, they are called wheat beers, W-I-T beer. And so interestingly, that's actually where wheat beers have a very long-standing tradition. One of the things about Germany that you might or might not be aware of is the rule that they have called Reinheitsgebot, which is a rule that suggests that any beer that is made in Germany may only be composed of 4 ingredients: water, yeast, the barley, or another type of grain, and hops. And so, because they have this particular rule implemented, and because they have had a limitation of things, they've actually had to finely craft their beers. And so German beers are some of the best in the world simply because of these limitations. Imagine that you had a place where things were limited, and instead of having a problem with it, they decided to make the best of it and simply do the best that they could, and in doing so, they actually perfected things. Sorry, I'm multitasking here. So again, wheat beers from Germany are known as Hefeweizen. They have like a slightly bready taste to them, more like a banana bread. A lot of the characters that you get from a wheat beer from Germany are just like banana flavored notes, some cloves there as well. So it almost tastes like you're having a delicious banana bread, but in liquid form. They're also just hazy, and that's because a lot of German wheat beers are unfiltered, which means that, so sorry, Hades just started playing on my head. Let's go and, okay, much better. So what was I saying? So they're unfiltered once you actually brew them and you put them in the fermentation tank, as opposed to letting that ferment and running it through a colander or something like that. They actually just put it straight in the bottle. I'm sure it's a little cleaner than that, but anyways, everything that you have in the fermentation tank is in the wheat beer itself, which gives it like a thicker body, a slightly more toothsome feel to it, and certainly it is translucent as opposed to transparent. Anything else that I should be thinking about? Of course, wheat ales are made out of wheat instead of barley. That doesn't necessarily hold true all the time. A wheat ale might have predominantly wheat as its malt, but doesn't have to be 100% as long as it's the majority of it. And that is it. Those are my thoughts on Paulaner. Let me see what Untapped has to say on the issue, because Untapped always has an opinion on these things. And let's go ahead and change this to alternate intermission. Okay, so the number one Hefeweizen beer in Germany and one of the world's favorites. Naturally cloudy and shining silky gold in the glass under a really strong head of foam. At the first mouthful, this Weissbier classic has a mild aroma of banana. Finer palates detect a trace of mango and pineapple and the balance between sweet and bitter. Beer connoisseurs appreciate the fine note of yeast and the mild but sparkling mix of aromas. It is a typical beer garden beer, which brings people together all over the world. Gosh, these guys are one step away from suggesting that it brings families back together or something like that. But yes, it is very much a beer garden beer. In fact, in the Oktoberfest festival that happens once a year, and it's probably happening right now because it actually happens in September, late September. Paulaner is one of the 6 representative historical breweries of the Munich region. And so, of course, there's lots of Paulaner, all types of beer. Of course, their main beer during that time is the Oktoberfest, otherwise known as the Märzen, which is a little more lagerish than an ale. But I'm sure that if you ask the lady nicely, she'll give you a Paulaner Hefeweizen instead. So, I've said a lot, and I've accomplished very little. Let's go ahead and taste this to see what that's like. And of course, now I'm noticing that I don't have my glass on me. Where is my glass? I will be right back. And we are back. My glass was just right off camera. Somebody handed it to me. Thank you, Siri. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this. Have my very nice Hofbraustein. And so much like it suggested, it is actually quite cloudy. It's a little more orange than golden, I want to say. In terms of aroma, I'm already being overcome by banana type notes. Cloves again. Fang and ale, dear viewer. So delicious, sweet, no real traces of bitterness there. I would like to be a finer palate and say that I detect some mango there. I don't know about the pineapple though, but definitely a little bit of mango flesh as opposed to mango peel. Certainly in terms of body composition, a 3 out of 5. It is quite thick. Yeah, just naturally sweet. You can certainly taste the grains there, but it is muted by any sort of any particular sweet notes that you find there. Not to suggest that graininess is not something that I like. I feel like I like that in milk stouts. All that being said, Polaner Hefeweizen, wonderful beer. I've had it about 8 times on stream. 375 seems like a solid score. And we got it. Let me go ahead and update my ticker, just in case anybody popping on stream wonders, what is the old ales drinking today? What is he gonna talk about? What is he wasting my time with? And why am I even tuning on the stream after realizing once again that this is what he does? Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and jump into Hades. I did post a question of the night, but I'll go ahead and talk about it when I'm playing the game. Okay, and I think that's good. Go ahead and sit properly. Okay. So, I did pin a question of the night, which is, what do you hope to accomplish by the end of 2023? 92 escape attempts under our belt, with no escapes. There is no escape. And the reason for that is because it just turned to September.
That's obvious as singing.
Oh, wow. So I guess what I was trying to go at with this is, we're already like 2/3 down in the year, or 3/4. And I wanted to think about things that I wanted to accomplish by the end of this year. One of them would be to finish Hades. Excuse me.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
Sad boy.
You've always been there for me, boy.
Always, every time. I was trying to find my phone on my desk, thinking that maybe it was vibrating, but actually it was the controller as I was petting Cerberus. So nice. No fan today. Where are we in terms of Achilles? 5 hearts.
The house is secure, lad. Go.
Can I give him a gift? Seems like I can. I really want to get Achilles and Patroclus together in this game.
Achilles, I was wondering if you'd split this with me at the lounge. A small excuse for both ourselves to take a break. Are you not certain you have time for me now, lad? Well, how could I decline? I'll see you there.
Wonderful. A nice old chat with a good friend. Could it be both? Could one be the other?
It isn't glory anymore, lad. I'm sure of that. Patroclus, however, I fear he's gone to me forever. Although his shade might yet reside within this realm, we're left on terms I'd not forgive if I were him. Well, I had better get back to my post now, I think.
No sides.
I hope I didn't cast a greater pall over this place back there. I'm very thankful that we had this chance to get caught up. Now you'd best be off. Take care out there.
Will do, good sir. 6 hearts. Yet I am unmade, unwhole, here in this place, alone, without the one with whom I shared my life when we were flesh and blood. He is somewhere within this realm, yet our time, I think, is long since past.
What news, spirit?
Nobody just dies of old age. Orpheus. 1 heart.
It's just I couldn't help but notice that new ballad that you're playing there.
Technically, why not consider it a hymn, my friend?
Hmm?
In honor of your numerous travails, prior to your current set of circumstances, which was pale in comparison to all the rigors you've endured to date.
The thing is, none of the information in your hymn is accurate. It's nonsense. I was just kidding with you, mate. I tried to make that clear. You get so lively when I tell you my tall tales, you know? You're not angry with me, are you?
Orpheus.
No, my friend.
Perish the
Your wit
thought.
is matched only by your perseverance in the face of adversity. May your great deeds live on forever, much like you.
What a wonderful way to say that.
Cheers.
Only 31 gems. Not like this is one of my priorities anyways. The drapery. Something to come back. Let's say that I have 100 gems at some point. I might come back to do this. And of course that... Ooh, can I actually take a seat?
No.
You must have vanquished Megara, my child. She has been sulking in the lounge for quite some time. You are safe here from her whip, but not her words.
And that, in some respects, can be worst.
I better talk to her. Thank you for the heads up, Nix. See you later, I'm sure.
Where are we with Nyx? Only 4 hearts. Actually, I should probably see... I really want to establish relationships with Athena. So she's at 6 hearts. Dionysus probably. I got pretty high with Artemis. And maybe Demeter. In terms of Chthonic gods, Chaos, of course. Others of note. Patroclus, definitely. So let me focus on Achilles, Patroclus, and the Olympian gods that I need to power me up.
You and your sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Electo and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say. We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
That doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Why are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with families, Agnes?
Nah.
Your father's family is the most broken and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
I don't know that that's the wisest thing to say in this place.
Fair point. I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg. We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
For better or for worse.
They cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
Yee. That was a bit harsh.
Chef.
Some keys and some gems, nice.
Thank you.
I really should focus on the fishing. They're such easy points, but I fail so often with them. $20 gemstones for 2 Chthonic keys. I've only got the 1. So I could... 20 gemstones. That's exactly how much that costs. That's so silly. That's not a deal at all. That's more like a trade back. Excuse me. 10 nectars. Yeah, I'm not anywhere close to completing this trade sequence. Another time then. Any prophecies? I doubt it,
Let's
right?
have a look at the old fated list.
No point.
Let's see.
But here, though. So let me just review so I keep this in mind. Shadow Presence, attack and special when striking foes from behind. Dark Regeneration. That's darkness, you get some health back. That Defiance is 3, of course. 1 additional dash, which is always nice. Boiling Blood. Stygian Soul, and you regenerate your cast Deep Pockets. Thick Skin, 50% more health. Family Favorite. Deal bonus damage for each Olympian whose boons you have, 2.5% per rank. Olympian Favor, 40% chance for a boon to be rare. God's Legacy, raise your chance for a boon to be legendary or duo, and that is up by 10%. Just wish it happened more often. And really the thing that I'm looking for more is Fated Authorities, which will allow me to do mulligan on some of these things that pop out. And so it hasn't always been the case, but I mean to finish this game using the Shield of Chaos, Aspect of Chaos specifically. Why? Because number 1, if you know anything about me, I love shields. And number 2, I love chaos. Currently been able to throw 3 bonus shields. I want to see all 3 fly. Okay, let's just assume that I do. And of course, currently I am wearing the Lucky Tooth, but what I really want to power up is Athena's Owl Pendant. 2 more encounters, wow. Let's get out of here.
No turning back.
And there she is. Can I give her a gift? No, it doesn't let me. That's unusual. Is it because she's at the 7? I guess something has to happen for me to actually be able to give that to her.
I have grown closer than expected with the goddess Nyx in all of this, cousin. It is quite evident to me how much she cares for you. I must admit I envy your relationship sometimes, for I've made do without a mother's presence in my life.
That's unfortunate, but they do sound like 2 reasonable female characters, so it is not surprising that they would get along together. That sounded a bit sexist. I meant that in the most positive way. They're both just very reasonable individuals, and it makes sense that they would be able to talk with one another, despite the fact that they are on different sides of this war. Your attack is stronger and can deflect. Your cast damages foes in a small area and can deflect. I think let's go for the attack. I want to get this, but I think my special will have to be something else. So look at that. Ooh, Chaos Gate all the way from the beginning.
Wretches. Let me have it.
What's the price? Master Chaos.
I'm ever grateful that my journeys through the underworld mean that we can get to know each other, Master Chaos.
Repeated generosity with me is starting to become a bit predictable. And yet somehow I nonetheless appreciate it still. How very odd.
That's That's kind of an interesting way to say thank you to someone. Your generosity is becoming predictable, my friend. But I like it. 5 hearts. Nyx certainly seems to think so. From what little she has said of her parent, it seems the two broke ties at some point, not too far for any specific cruelty, but as a wolf cub lead their pack, seeking her own way. Thus, having grown apart, their connection weakened and failed. All they now share is a solitary fate. That rings too close to home.
So, ladies, if you locate the one who called herself Persephone, should it then come to pass that we no longer see each other in this way,
Oh, Master Chaos, I don't know what to expect from there. But to be direct with you, if I could leave the underworld forever, I think I would. Though I would miss you. Many others here.
I would miss you as well. Thank you for telling me.
Primordial Chaos has a heart. For the next 5 chambers, chamber reward previews are hidden. And then you get more stuff, which would be fine. For the next 4 encounters, you take 400% more damage from traps. But then you deal more damage striking foes from behind. For the next 4 encounters, your life total is reduced by 27. Okay, let's do a Trophic favor. Let's do our best. Key, darkness. None of these are really great. I feel like I could change one of these. Would I be wasting it? Yeah, let's change it. Let's try it for the first time.
Let's see what else.
Burgers. Well, I was hoping for a boon. Can't say that this is the best. I feel like that was a waste.
Hey, it's food.
Oh, Owl Pendant ranked up. So let's see where it is at right now. Let's see. So Athena's blessings have 20% chance to be a rare or better, which is a pretty good chance. I was hoping that the thing that would change is the rarity as opposed to the percentage. But beggars can't be choosers. Ooh, nectar. Nectarine. Have you had a good nectarine recently? I held for too long.
Time to collect.
Nice. One more nectar. And it's dear Artemis, I haven't seen you in a while. Oof, wow.
Just in time.
Taking unnecessary damage here for no reason. Okay. And I can't give her anything else either, it seems. She's also at 6 hearts. Then why?
The hunt requires utter concentration, so I'll leave you to it and
Just watch her every move in silence over here.
Seems like you have grown particularly attentive of every one of my moves. Deadly Fertilage. Special is stronger. I think I might go for that one. Dash Strike deals more damage. And then Artemis's Aid. I don't have an aid yet, but I'm hoping that it is something a little more substantial, like strong, like Dionysus or Uncle Poseidon. Beautiful. And so it's gems or darkness. Let's get some darkness so that we can replenish some life.
Worthless.
Boom.
My Chaos Boon evolved a new effect.
Nice. So now its boons have 12% chance to be rare or better. Hopefully that's additive. Get some health back. I think we're in good shape. And there's a boss here. Hopefully that's not the snitch. You know who the snitch is. Ooh. Oh, it's the Mad Bombers. Get out of the way. I like fighting these guys because they're slow. Something very satisfying about knowing when your hits land. Nice.
Anyone else?
Where are we with Zeus? I don't know that I like him that much, and maybe that's the problem. I can save those nectars for something else.
Well, my nephew, you're admittedly in quite a bind down there. But what is life without its struggles, You'll make it here eventually, I'm certain.
Oh, Zeus. Your foe is struck by lightning. That might be good. Let's go with that.
Thunder time.
Revenge. The heart of the centaur.
What now? Crushed.
I keep forgetting I have my cast. Really, Demeter's cast is the best because I don't have to think about it. It just happens.
Enough. Feeling stronger.
Nice, nice. And it's a Chthonic key. Where's the next one? Nice. Went right through it and backstabbed them. So, Charon or more nectar. Let's continue gathering nectar. I'm afraid really my relationships with the denizens of the underworld is going to be the winning aspect of these runs. Let's do this. Let's do this, Bobby. Sometimes these guys just become impervious for no reason. Nice.
Sweet.
One more for the pile. Everyone could use a strong drink. Hey there, he said the title of the stream. Up to 125. Let's go for it. Mad dash.
Consider this a warning.
Okay.
Enough, I've better things to do.
Peace and quiet.
How much was that? Well, 3/5 is not too bad.
And my keep.
And I don't think I lost that much health. So I think we did well. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Why would I say something like that? Do you ever just get the feeling that you start saying something, you don't actually know where you're gonna land, but you finish it off? Not really the greatest thing you could have said. Come on, you numbskulls. I think that's what they're called, numbskulls.
Show yourselves.
Oof. Okay. And I get 100 for my troubles. Anything good from the Well of Charon? Ooh, some more coin. I've actually got a substantial amount of money for this early in the game. And of course I'm gonna waste it on something dumb, aren't I? Your special deals 40% more damage for 6 encounters. Prometheus Stone. I don't think I really need that, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see here. Okay. No, I think I don't need the boons right now. Get over here, Crystal. Beautiful. Let's see, anything else that I might be missing? Mayhaps a fishing spot. Palm of Power or a purchase from Charon. I think let's go with Charon simply because there's always that very slight chance that there's a boon in his shop. And I feel like I haven't had enough boons yet. I gotta make sure that I'm directly in front of the thing, otherwise it'll just randomly buy the wrong thing.
Cheers, mate.
Boons of Ares. Your cast sends a blade rift hurling ahead, which might be good. They're staying here. Huh. I don't think I've seen that one. Inflict doom on those around you.
More bloodshed then.
There doesn't seem to be anything worth fishing. Carry on, my friend. 4 hearts. Well, that sounds reasonable. I should probably buy this heart simply because I like to be at 150.
I'll pay for that.
Let's move on. Let's hope it's my favorite. Do you know who my favorite is?
For this time. Let's hear it.
And it is. Is she on the verge of saying something new? Closer. Oof. And ever closer. Oof. Whew. I feel like I was a little slower than I usually am for that one. I guess it was good that I bought that heart of the centaur. Because that might have ended otherwise.
You're going nowhere, boy.
Of course, dear old dad.
Which to choose?
I wonder if I change keepsakes, will it actually allow me to get a new boon? Pill changing keepsakes. And of course I have no idea how to type. Between let's just put Hades, because I don't really know. Closing the keepsake display after changing will lock the display from being accessed again until the next post boon room. If you switch, you cannot switch back to it for the rest of the run. If you have the Thanatos or Hermes keepsake, you will lose the boon as soon as you change it. Let's see, the God keepsake. Sorry. So when you start a run, and after you get that God's boon, is practically useless. Keepsake effects are removed when you change the keepsake. When you switch to a new God keepsake, the next non-Hermes boon you encounter will be that God. Retaining a God keepsake in a new section will not trigger a new instance of that God, but the rarity bonus will remain. It's worth noting that the game maxes out the variety of gods you encounter to 4, unless you force more gods with a keepsake. So that means that if I switch keepsakes now, and I currently have Athena's, the next one will be from that god. Okay. I might just do that then. And who do I want? Probably want Dionysus. Okay, so actually, if I keep the owl pendant, it'll make sure that whatever boons I get from Athena will continue to be 20% rare or better. Interesting. Well, maybe I want to see my good old friend Dionysus.
Okay.
And of course now it's locked. Anything worth shopping here? Light Essence Restore. Ensure a Chaos Gate will spawn. And traps deal 500% more damage to your foes. And I don't need to sell anything. Let's get a move in. And I think I'm going to take a break right here, simply because I need to take the boys out and I need a short bio break.
Change of scenery at least. I won't back down. Whatever.
And let's leave it right here, folks. I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. Like I said, I gotta take the boys out. Hey, and welcome back everyone to the stream. Sorry about the delay there. Like I said, I had to take Old Boy Bacon and Wild Boy Churro out for their potty break. But we're still in the middle of Hades. Just started on Asphodel. Have a couple good boons. Nothing particularly exciting just yet, but things always pick up in a pinch. And still enjoying a Paulaner Hefeweizen. Fang and Ale. Okay, and let's see. I hate it when my layout suddenly updates for no reason. Okay, much better. And of course, every single time I sit back on this chair, which is not the most comfortable chair because of course it's not one of those fancy game chairs, I find myself that I have to readjust like 3 times before I'm in a comfortable spot. My back shall one day make me pay for all of it. Ooh, what is this? Good coin. Trying to stay away from the fire is always such a chore in this world. I'm fed up with this world. Nice.
Strength of the centaurs.
Dio, where are you, Dio? We only got a single choice, huh? Well,
Course is set.
haste makes waste. Ooh, fan.
In the name of Hades. Don't have much time, but let me see if I can pitch in.
Ever the supportive one.
I'll send you to the lowest depths.
I'll also do that. What?
One less.
Ooh, who's there? It doesn't count as long as I take the last shot, doesn't it? Ah, I hate these witches. Okay. Wow, he beat me by 1. Where are you?
I've gotta go.
Wait, can I give you something? Gosh darn it, Fan. Oh. I would be more mad if he wasn't such a charmer. Alright, so it's... Ooh. It's always going to be the Hammer of Daedalus. Hopefully something fun.
I'll be leaving shortly.
Where's the next one? There you go.
Time to go then.
Whew. That was a heated fight. Ah, welcome Dorkmander. It's been some time. Thank you for popping in. One of my favorite streamers playing one of my favorite games. Howdy. Well, I know that one of those things is correct, and the other one, maybe not so much so. But happy to have you. How are you doing this fine afternoon? Just hoping that you're enjoying your Friday. Dashing Wallop. Okay, so Dash Strike has a higher damage area. After blocking a foe, you gain 20% damage and move speed for 10 seconds. That could be good. We do like blocking. And then your Bull Rush instead fires a pierce shot. I've tried that before. I don't know that I've liked that very much. I forget, Dorkmander, do you have a particular weapon that you prefer the most? I feel like I asked you that once before. Decided to tune in as I eat my lunch, haha. How goes the runs? Hopefully you're having something tasty. As usual, I decided to have some liquid bread instead, which is good but not so good. In terms of how goes the run, I think it's going well so far, but I don't know that this is any surprise to you or anybody watching, but I'm up in the 90s at this point without an actual escape. So I think it's going well, but you know what? Lots of other people probably finished by now. Let's go with Dash Strike. I feel like this is far more useful once you get to the end game when you're in those very small rooms. I can also feel like I depend a lot more on just the Dash Strike when I'm in boss fights. And I don't think I need this. Need not greed. Ooh, and it's Athena. See, this is a problem because these are actually two of my favorite deities. On the one hand, I love shields, and on the other hand, I love drinks. I guess for the sake of this game, I should probably go for the shields. Ah, but let's go for the drinks. Wow. There's a Chaos Gate beyond. Okay, I think it's almost. Oh, great. Okay, it's out. Where are you, friend? Ah, he flies so quickly. I should just steer clear because apparently he does impact damage. The heat rises. Ah, that was terrible. Down they go.
Dionysus.
As for preferred weapon, I'm between the spear and blade. See, I knew it was either... I felt like it was either the spear or the blade. And maybe I thought the blade because you do enjoy using the great sword in Monster Hunter. I don't know that that's a one-to-one comparison though. I have my high success with those. If I recall correctly, yours was the shield. Yeah, I do shields for everything I play. I don't know why that is at this point. There was a reason a long time ago, but one that I've long since forgotten. Do I have a favorite god and goddesses? I think at this point, so in terms of personality, I feel like I've enjoyed my interactions more with Artemis the more I've gotten to know her, because I feel like she's very direct and very to the point, but beneath all that, there's just like a coyish type of attitude, and she does kind of get flirty with I feel like she gets a bit flirty with Zag, which is kind of like fun to watch. But in terms of just like mechanics, I really like Athena. I really like the deflect and the boons that she gives me. I feel like they particularly power up my shield like playstyle. And of course, in terms of the other half of that equation, it's probably right here, Dionysus. Not that he has the greatest useful boons, but I do think that his damage over time is actually quite powerful. But only for that one sliver. I feel like that was a lot of answers. Do you have a particularly favorite one for any reason? Only 3 hearts. Let's change that.
Lord Dionysus, mate. You must have no shortage of supreme vintage at your disposal, but this one's from me.
Zach, how positively thoughtful, man. I mean, I love it. Positively love this stuff. And I am very moved that you would think of me for it.
So let's see, 4 hearts. Being rather unlike the other gods in this regard, he nonetheless maintains a careful distance from the underworld, generally severing his ties with all his mortal followers upon the moment of their deaths. Why confront the woes of the dead when you can live in eternal feast? Amen to that.
Say, isn't that the overflowing cup I handed down to you? I'm glad you like it, man. I guess it's overflowing still because I figure otherwise I couldn't tell it all.
You might be correct. No worries, I appreciate your answers. Thank you for listening to an old fool. Athena is definitely my favorite power to run to. Deflect has such high utility, especially when fighting Hades. Yeah, I very much agree. Deflect is one of those things that make a fight not necessarily easier, but it certainly changes the way in which you approach a lot of attacks. Drunken dash. See, this is the sort of thing. Hangover. But then this could also just turn... I don't usually use my cast unless it's good, and this might actually make things good. But I do feel like I use my dash a bit more frequently, though. Let's go with that.
That's good.
And another Chaos Gate. It's not often that I get 2 Chaos Gates in the same run. I'm gonna regret this. Master Chaos.
In the name of Hades.
Are any of these... No. For the next 2 encounters, you take more damage from traps, but then your dash strike deals even more damage, which could be good. You cannot earn coin, but then your special does 70% more damage. See, this is what I like. It's like very low risk and very high reward, especially because I depend a lot on my special. I love to let the Avenger shield fly. Ooh. A meeting with Eurydice. Can I not earn coin from this vase? Nothing. That actually hurt my heart. Four hearts.
Eurydice, how long have you been down here anyway, if you don't mind my asking? Seems like you're pretty settled in. It's quite a lovely place.
How long have I been down here? I don't have the faintest. You lose your sense of time once you're a shade, or maybe once there's not a sun or moon over your head. But yeah, I found myself a decent spot and fixed it up a bit.
I like that the suggestion is that she popped into what is another one someone else might see as hell, and then she just found this like nice nook to put a bed and like a kitchen, and that is definitely what I would do if I found myself in hell. Okay, that was an unusual thought. Up to 2 random boons of yours are upgraded to the next rarity. Up to 4, okay. I feel like I'm always going for Ambrosia Delight, just because I feel like higher rarity generally yields better results than a +1. And then the next 3 boons you find have upgraded rarity. It's always a gamble between the Delight and the Nectar. Divine Strike and Battle Rage. So, ooh, it became heroic. So this is good for non-boss rooms. And then Divine Strike, attack is stronger and can deflect. So 94% higher damage for my attack, which is nice. I should spam it some more, but I do kind of just love my special. In fact, if the entire game was me just flinging this shield, I probably would still play it just as often. Give me a second here. Okay. Let's move on. We have arrived at the room before the room. I just have enough to buy both boons. Wonderful.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Each time you enter a chamber, you gain a bit of wealth. Your attack is faster, but it's gotta be special. It's gotta be special. Look at how fast it goes now. Boom. It's like a laser, except not a laser. And of course, my friend Artemis. Ooh, wow. Hangover afflicted foes are more likely to take critical damage. Sure, let's do it. So now when I make things drunk, I guess they have a higher probability of taking critical damage. Nice. Can I not talk to you? I guess you don't want to talk. That's okay, we don't have to chat every time. Okay, so I guess Lerny is next.
Took care of those for you, mate.
Let's do this, friend.
Catch up some other time, Lerny, as I'm in a bit of a rush.
Oof. Shouldn't have just stayed there. And here they come. I still don't have a god attack, which is unfortunate. I feel like that is generally what makes a lot of boss runs. I felt like I was about to deflect that, and then of course there he goes. I feel like I'm gonna take one, lose a life here. Pain. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, it seems to be, my damage output does seem to be in a comfortable range right now. And I feel like sometimes that really makes a difference when it comes to some of these fights. But to be perfectly honest with you, one of the things that I keep noticing, at least in terms of the way that I play, is I am just terrible at dodging. Like I'm more comfortable just standing there and shielding up than dodging, and I feel like there are times when I do that and I still get chip damage, and maybe I should unlearn that in some respects.
I'll save you from the magma fishes.
Kara Station. But thank you very much for the positive thoughts. ABD, always be dashing. Always be dashing. I don't know how people play without the 3 dashes, to be honest with you, but there are some high-level players out there that do.
Go no further, boy. I'm warning you.
Sorry, can't turn back.
Yeah, absolutely. I do live and die by the number of dashes that I have. And if I'm lucky enough to get the boon from Hermes that makes me just speed up my run, I feel like I'm untouchable. But then of course I go to the Temple of Sticks and the rooms are so small that it doesn't matter how fast you dash or how fast you run. In some respects anyways. Okay, so let's continue to rank up our overflowing cup. And of course we can't really wear the owl pendant again. We can wear something else though. Demeter. Now let's keep the overflowing cup. Don't need this. 20% move speed for only 10 coins.
This one.
That is not bad. And so like I said, it's just whenever you get that extra speed, it's quite nice. So I do have a question of the day, if you're so inclined, or Commander. Do you have a particular goal for the end for 2023? By the end of it, that is. And then of course you don't have to answer that, but it is something that I was thinking about because it's already September. Can you imagine that? We're already like 3/4 of the way through the year. And so I was thinking one thing that I definitely want to accomplish is beat Hades. I have to beat Hades by 2033. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't. Alright, so money or palm of power. Let's see, what time do I have? It's getting very close to pub crawl. Let me try and finish this run.
You can't stop.
Ooh, where's the archer? Oh, come on. Nice. Who's next? Where are they? The enemies in this level are so troublesome.
The power of the gods.
I'm afraid it's nothing interesting. Just find employment. Actually, that's actually very important. So I wouldn't discount that as not interesting. Come on, you have to look at the next step in your professional development as something exciting. If only I would actually believe that when it applies to myself. Okay, so attack is stronger and can deflect, which is good. Special is stronger. Oh, nice. Oh, right, so these are level 2s. Let's go with the Deadly Flourish. I do have to say, you've gotten a lot better since you first started Hades. I remember watching your earlier runs trying to get out of Tartarus. Yeah, the less said about my earlier runs, the better. But I appreciate you noticing. I'm sure you were tuning in, you were like, why am I wasting my time with this slowpoke? Up to 0 coins. Okay, Hammer of Daedalus, let's do it. It's like, why am I watching this guy just turtle along? Hey, would you stop? Get over here, you. I feel like I've been plagued by archers since I started on Elysium. Do they just know that I in particularly dislike them? The game is like, yo, we heard you dislike archers. Where is this heathen? Nice.
The curse of chaos has expired.
Okay, so what is it now? Is it the Pauper's Flourish? Special deals 70% more damage. Gotta let those shields fly, folks. We all have to start somewhere. Yeah, indeed we do. Wow, always catching you so late. Welcome to the stream, in I go. Can't wait to tell you more about what I've been doing, though I need to find the space and day for it. You know, those are always fun, but I'm glad to see you're in good spirits. Glad to hear you are doing well as well, in I go. Hope your day is going swimmingly. Okay, Bull Rush. And of course, a time and a place for everything, as they say. Your Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot. After your special hits, your next 2 attacks. Let's go with the Minotaur Rush. I feel like I simply have to use my rush just a bit more often.
Never been a finer shield.
Okay. Here's hoping that I meet Patroclus before I exit this level.
What's in the pool this time?
It's up to 68. I don't have any money though. Excuse me. I think I need to find a space here to get a drink. Oh, I'm surprised it's an empty chamber. Where are we with Ares? Certainly one of my lesser favored gods, but beggars can't be choosers.
The wretched dead you face perhaps forget themselves. your realm.
Okay. Your cast sends a Blade Rift, which could be good. After using Death Defiance, deal more damage for that encounter. I don't know. Encounter bonus damage. I guess that would be good for like a boss fight. After you take damage, inflict doom on foes around you. Doom damage. They're all equally good. Let's go with Blood Frenzy. Since there's a high probability that it'll be in a boss room. Let's see. I feel like I got it to be in a certain headspace to watch streams, but I enjoy your content a lot. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way. And I don't know that I have a particular way about which I present any content, and once again, as I've said a number of times, there's a lot of people playing a lot of games out there that are doing way better than me, and they all have fun GIFs and alerts and things like that, and I have none of that. So if you ever feel like you would rather watch something else, then by all means. That goes for everyone. Ooh. Ah.
It would seem that the time for additional fun has arrived.
I feel like I rarely encounter Asterius in the middle of Elysium, but stranger things have happened.
Pastime, getting butchered by a giant double-bladed axe, and sometimes trampled.
Then good. You have much to enjoy in store.
And all because I was trying to cast. Oh, come on. What? Toro. Oh, come on. Where are you? Was there an actual round then on that one, or did he just run out of health?
A warm-up for later.
Of course.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
Lord Uncle Zeus. Let's see, one day you will update and have all those things too. I actually can't wait. Yeah, it'll be a matter of production, putting time into production and things like that. To be perfectly honest with you, there are times where I think, well, I would like to stream now, or I could use this time more productively and add more like quality of life things to the stream, like the alerts and things that I've been mentioning. But I don't know. It's just like it's always more fun to stream. Static charge. Your lightning effects also make foes jolted. I don't think I have any lightning. Zeus's aid. Your call makes lightning rapidly strike nearby foes for 1.5 seconds. I don't have an aid yet, so this might be a good time to get it. But I don't like Zeus's aid that much. Now let's just go for it, I think. Alas, it was bound to happen. And actually this would be a good spot to get another drink. So maybe I'll be back in about 5 minutes, but before I do, Either one works, to be honest. It's cool to just have it. It's just standard. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to put a little more personality into the stream, that's all. One thing I can count on is how I don't watch ads with your stream. Hey, that's the silver lining right there, right? Nobody would choose to pay me to put this show up. Anyways, I will be right back on the other side of this break. I'm just gonna go take a quick bio break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, Beer Goggles 21, renowned barstool philosopher. And welcome back to the stream, folks. We're in the middle of a Hades run here, a very serious one. For no particular reason. Gonna head out for now. Good luck with the run. Catch you next time. Thank you very much for your time, Dorkmander. Sorry that I didn't see this in the interim, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you very much for the banter and the company, and I hope to see you another time. And if I don't see you, hey, that's totally fine. You're wonderful. Like I said, I want to get something else to drink. And sorry, I missed one more thing. I would pay, my good sir. Please don't pay for anything that you don't, unless it's high quality. How about that? I've got another beer. This one is interesting because my SO brought it to me the other day. She actually brought it from Trader Joe's, which is kind of like a crafty grocery store kind of sort of thing. I guess it's from like this, it's like the brand is from this ice cream, but it's also like a cookie thing. So anyways, this is Speculous Cookie Butter Beer, which is a golden ale that has toasted coconut, vanilla beans, and natural flavors. So it's a very sweet beer, you can imagine. But what's a golden ale? It's actually a pretty basic pale ale. Golden ales are generally pale ales, except they're, in terms of coloration, they're a little more golden, as their name suggests, a little more honey colored, as opposed to pale ales, which kind of are like a wan yellow type of color. And they're a little bit lighter in terms of their body composition, and they're also got a little lighter on the bittering notes. And so you can think of it in terms of like golden ales and pale ales are very similar, except that when you're talking about a pale ale, what you're looking at really is the hop character and the bitterness, versus golden ales, in which you want the taste of the malts a little bit more forward, but they're still both like light ales of the golden yellowish variety. So let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter. Of course, I haven't had cookie butter beer before, but you can imagine that there's very few chances to actually do that. They sure are adding a lot of interesting things into beer these days. So it's a mighty 9.5%. It's a mighty number 9.5% alcohol by volume. And it is by Hardywood Park Craft Brewery. This delectable treat is an imperial golden ale with toasted coconut, whole vanilla beans, and milk sugar that will have you daydreaming of the jar in your cupboard at home. It's a Trader Joe's exclusive. So I've never had it on stream before. It is, when you see a beer called Imperial, it's largely because it might be higher in alcohol content. Generally, when I see anything suggest to be Imperial, it at least has to be about 7% alcohol by volume. But let's go ahead and taste this guy. I do love toasted coconut in my beers. I generally enjoy it in my porters and maybe some stouts. Vanilla beans is generally something I find in oatmeal stouts and maybe some milk stouts. And of course, milk sugar is just delightful all around. And so we're pouring. Okay. And so a very strong vanilla flavor. It's like a sticky, like what's the word, molasses type of smell. But yeah, very strong vanilla on the nose. Fang and ale. Good lord, that's good. So does it taste like a butter cookie, which I don't know about you, but I do enjoy my butter cookies. And yeah, very strong vanilla flavor as well. I feel like generally when you have a beer that has a strong scent, it won't necessarily manifest it in the flavor. Or if it's in the flavor, it won't manifest it in the scent. And this is actually quite both. I think they just jam-packed it in there. But quite buttery. One thing that I wouldn't expect from a golden ale is the fact that it's cloudy. Clearly this beer has not been filtered, which is not specific for golden ales, but you know, beer styles are definitely not static. And I do feel like I taste the alcohol, and it's hiding behind that vanilla. There's no real notes of bitterness here. This kind of just tastes like dessert, folks. This is very delicious. I'm going to give it a solid 4. Yeah, You know what? I'm feeling generous. 425. And let's go ahead and copy this. I might regret that later, but you know what? This is now. Okay. So I think that updated. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and finish this run. Really, we should be starting to play Monster Hunter right now, but you know what? I want to finish this run. I want to see how far I get. So let's do it. Okay. So the only choices here are the Heart of a Centaur, which should be good since we want more health. Although I would prefer a boon from Demeter or Athena.
Come on, let's fight.
Great. They sound like cats, these things. Oh, come on. They're just killing me here. Gotta run. Okay. That was a close one. Still no good. So either Darkness or Charon. Can I sell anything? I don't think it's worth it. I need to gain health. I don't want to use my Death Defiance power up on just any random room. I think we have to go to Charon. He might give us something more for health. Choices, choices. Really, we can only buy one thing here. Or at least it's not the room before the room. And what's next? Coin and... okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna regret that. Hold on a second here. Let's finish this water. I've been nursing this water for far too long. If there's anything you know about, get to learn about drinking, is that you have to drink water. No matter how you slice it, alcohol, no matter how great of a drinker you are, dehydrates you, and so unless you're looking for a bad time, you better stay hydrated, folks. Nice. Oh, great. Where is it? Nice. Where's... what? Oh, great. These guys were hiding this entire time.
Nice try.
Boom. Good for the health, and yet still... I feel like I don't have. I'm constantly running low. Puma power or coin. Let's go for the palm. But I might have wit's end here. Come on, I have to stop stepping on traps here. Oh, some more. Wow. I'm about to be done by measly enemies. So pathetic. So pathetic.
God's grant me strength.
Drunken dash. Let's do it. I really hope I meet Patroclus in one of these rooms. So it's Charon, which is not going to help me because I really don't have that much coin to spare. Up to 50 gems. Don't need, friend. Of course. For only 50, it's a bargain, huh? But we have to go see Artemis.
Should help keep me going.
Ooh. After you deflect, briefly gain 20% chance for critical damage, and it's a fated choice. That looks nice. And I don't think I need the darkness. Let's go face them, folks. Let's do this proper. To your health.
He returns. By the gods of Olympus, you'll go no further on your wicked quest.
Oh. Wow. Oh, come on. Wow. Now. Down he goes. Impervious. What? Whew. Jeez, guy. It's impossible to escape that flower pattern. Come on, dude. Whew. Oh. Wow. That definitely took more than I expected.
More darkness. I dedicate this victory to you, good shade.
And we've got the one life left, folks. One life left. But one good life. Let's make it count. Cerberus. Oh, Skelly. So we get an extra Death Defiance. And anything that we can shop. We've got 43 coins, so nothing worthwhile, unfortunately. Let's get out of here. Let's beat this game.
It's nicer outside than it is in here.
73, so maybe I can buy something for 50. I can't imagine that there's anything worthwhile. Really, the first thing, something from Ares. I don't know if it's going to happen, Captain. A gup.
Just a gup.
Alright, let's find that treat. It swims endlessly against the currents of the Styx, which threaten constantly to drag it down deeper into this abyss, but it has strength enough to keep fighting against this. Sounds like a story I know all too well. Let's go for coin. Ah, rats. The Bloodless? Or is it Gorgon? Their passions include searing heat, for their own blood runs cold and petrifying anything with eyes. They even petrify themselves when sufficiently endangered, returning to the earth to begin again their vicious cycle. Nice. Coin yet ahead.
That was a wealthy vermin.
Whew. If I could just destroy one. Where's the next one? So many traps. What? Now! Oh, wow. Only 100. I read an extra 0 there and I thought, oh, 1,000. 1,000, right? And of course the panacea was right here. If only I would have taken that. Nothing that's gonna save us. No bony goodness here. So 340. We could get the 2 palms of power or hold out. We don't know what we're doing here. Let's go for Artemis. Nice. Looking for that chance encounter. Oof, move. Okay. I almost thought that I got caught in the blast. I might have gotten caught in the blast. Ah, get out of the poop. It's almost over, folks.
Found it fast this time. Oh, what is this stuff? Yum. Hear me on my authority.
Okay, cast 6 foes. After you critical damage a foe, it is marked. And after you cast or hit with an attack or special, fire a seeking arrow. This might be the one to go with. Ooh, 460. So we can actually fight something good. So, guess what, folks? This run will actually have a Hades encounter. 450, you better have something good up your sleeve, Dionysus. Let's do it.
I'll take this one.
Cast, large explosion, infected fog, hangover afflicted foes inflicted on other foes. You know what? You know what? You lied to me, Dionysus. You lied to me. Now I know how that person in Highlander feels like. All of these are for like rooms. Let's go. Let's go with peer pressure, just because Hades will have ads, and maybe they can also get drunk. I don't know. Let's just get the cast, whatever. What? Not great deal.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
Gee, if you knew my voice, there's no deliberation, there's just action. Look at that. Boom. This is gonna help me in the final fight, folks. This is what's gonna make the difference. Wow. Let's get out of this place. To all those who failed to turn their back against us.
I'm here, Father. Come on.
No matter how many times you try, your stubbornness shall get you nowhere with me.
Oh, come on. I just ate the first attack. Better just stay moving. I can rarely see the snow, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, come on.
Show yourself.
Ah. Impervious.
I command you now to rise and fight for me.
Whew.
Try vainly as often as you like.
Round 92. Failure.
He's tough for an old man.
Alright. Let's go ahead and switch games here, folks. Good times, good times. Okay. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? So let's go to Monster Hunter Rise for our pub crawl corner. And let's go to intermission while we're doing that. So, hopefully you enjoyed that Hades run. I had mixed feelings about that one. I felt like I was kind of just sluggish for some reason. I kind of don't understand it. But so it goes, I guess. Today was just not the day. And I also feel like I should have gotten a few more Athena's booms. I feel like those generally make a difference in my runs. But so it goes. With that, let's go ahead and change our block. This is the pub crawl corner. There we go, pub crawl. In which, excuse me, we attempt to play with viewers. And the game that we're playing this week, as it has been for the past few weeks, is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I'm in Master Rank number 4, I think. And we're just going through missions. Not having any particular goal other than, collect monster pieces and moving through the game. I'm gonna create a lobby just in case you're interested in joining up. And let's see. With that, let's just go ahead and jump right into the game. With our character Leonhardt, prim and proper in his pink gala suit. Oh right, and I forgot I have to change my thing here. How do you spell Märzen? I'm always having difficulty writing the German word for Märzen because it has that little 2 points at the top. Let's call it Gunlance Glamour. And category is we're no longer chatty, but we are playing with viewers. Okay, much better. Let's go ahead and create a lobby. Let's have a passcode. And let's go with, oh, I don't know, 64. We're feeling the power of the Nintendo 64 in us. And lobby info, lobby settings. Okay, so let me go ahead and type that out on chat. Let's see. Lobby ID is 4FY6BN. Passcode is 6464. And I'll go ahead and pin that. Let's hope we can get a couple of runs here. And so as usual, I am running a set that has friendship. I also have diversion skill on it, just in case the monster needs to focus on somebody. It can be me. It's gonna be May. Let's see, what's a good quest? Magma Almudron. And let's send a join request as usual. And let's eat our food. Never leave for a hunt without eating, folks. Weakener is always a plus. Moxie, because we fail so badly. And of course, Bombardier. Okay. And I don't know about you, I'm not necessarily a fan of the dongos. I feel like I say this every time I see this animation, but I am never going to get enough of the treat that it was to watch Monster Hunter World with all the meals that they put forward. Just illustrated in beautiful graphics. Like, I wanted to eat the soup and the bread and the meat that they showed in those eating animations. It was just wonderful. Let me see if my palico settings are where they need to be. And actually, I forgot to check my palicos. Okay. I generally bring a healing palico just because, you know what, folks? Sometimes I need the help. And I guess the one that I should be taking is actually Musashi. Beautiful. And Come on down. Let's fight that Almudron. And I think this is the first time we've encountered Magma Almudron. Which is funny because I feel like we have a lava worm type monster in Monster Hunter. Which is like the larger version of these creatures. I forget what its name is.
A second time, tension rising like the heat and rocks. But there is no time to answer. For the Lord of this domain has risen from the fiery depths, smiling fearlessly, boiling drops gliding down its face. Unfazed by an onslaught of flames, it spreads its own blazing fire in return, as if to deride the pitiful thoughts of its insolent prey.
It's insolent prey. A scorching mud. So it traded its mud for hot magma. We'll always try to get a few spare birds before we actually encounter the monster. It's also nice because it allows people to join in case they want to join. I was just about to like roll and I feel like I still have Hades in my head, so I'm like, is that a dash or is that a roll? Isn't it funny when you're playing a game for a long time and then you try to switch to something completely different, like you still have the controls of the other game in your head. It's like they haven't yet unloaded. I feel like I should get Wirebug Whisperer on this set. I feel like I've come to rely on my Wirebug set a lot. My Wirebug attacks, that is. Well, with Monster Hunter Rise, I guess Wirebugs is the name of the game. Seems like we took the long route here. Ooh, new coal. Cool coal. Is that like clean coal? That thing that doesn't exist? Remember back in the day when we used to need cool drinks to be in an area like this? Cool drink. You know, for as much as the Monster Hunter experience has been streamlined, I am kind of just one of those old-timer folks where I'm just like, the reason why you needed dumb things like a cold drink was because it was supposed to emulate like a prep situation where you need to get certain things for a hunt in order to like be viable, and that was like part of the game. It felt like, yes, you are equipping for an actual event, and so prepare accordingly. And I know that that's not what a lot of folks that are playing this game are looking for, and I completely respect that, but it is something that I'm going to miss because I doubt that they're going to bring it back. Ooh. A flammable coal. There it is. Let's drug up. Farewell. Worm steak. Out of the way. And so it'll be interesting to see how Magma Almudron fights in comparison to its muddy cousin. Oh, come on. Gotta love those shields. Wow. Come on. Oh, wow. I really shouldn't have done that. Douse myself in water here. I always thought it was funny the fact that Fire Blight is essentially just being on fire. But they can't call it that, it has to be a blight. Jeez, this guy is super aggressive. Okay, that was a really bad round. Just in case anybody was wondering. Get out of here. What are you... Why are you here? There you go. Eat that. It's like, why would you waste a worm steak on a small creature? Okay, much better. And of course, let's make sure we get our shinies before we move on. Inferno Lava Mud. It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid, everyone. It's okay. So let's sharpen up. And maybe somebody more competent will join us soon. Did I get to drink all my drugs, by the way? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Ooh, optional subquest complete. Can't get enough of these materials. What is this? And there's our target. Let's try 4-hour Felvine. Musashi, do your thing. Oh, come on! Wow! Sharpen up. This is gonna be a long one, folks. Ooh, is that the... I don't know, those guys hit hard. I also don't have faith that I'll be able to ride it out. Oh jeez, it's here. Come on, move, move, move. Okay. See? It wasn't gonna come up here. Nice. Wow, this guy hits like a truck. Maybe it's time for me to upgrade my armor. Maybe that's really the next step. Ooh. Come on. No! Why? Okay. Nice. Boom. Out of the way, out of the way. Let's do this. Oh, come on. Nice. Wow.
Thanks, buddy.
The range that thing covers is insane. Oh, come on. There's no escaping that one. I should have gotten some fire resistance before going into this fight. Wow, wow, come on. Jeez, can you explode anymore? This guy's insane. Let's do this. Rocket Man. Okay, at least I'm healing. Move out of the way. Hyper armor. Ah. Okay, no more flames. And while that might have been a good round, it was largely because of that Sianatar's presence. Anything else to collect around here? Okay, let's get a move on. Okay, to your health. I'll say it again, that butterbeer, cookie butterbeer was delicious. If you're out at Trader Joe's and you're thinking, I don't like beer or cookie butter, try it, please, and call me in the morning. My number to be posted on chat. Ooh. Out of the way, out of, oh my, wow. There's no salvation here. I feel like with every attack, I get inflicted with Fire Blight. Ooh, this is nice. Let's do this. Wow, we barely spoke too soon. This guy is so aggressive, it's ridiculous. I don't know that I've encountered like a more aggressive monster in Sunbreak. Oh, come on. Rocket Knight. Ugh. Am I dead? Am I dead? This is a suboptimal fight, and if there's any chance of me finishing it, it's gonna just be a matter of the clock. Wow, what trash. Yo, sorry, what garbage. Switch skills, they're fine. Maybe I can go ahead and pay for Fire Blight. Fire Res. this point, there's no point in getting the Magna Crisp. Even with Dango Weakener, that thing was incredibly tough. Okay, so I've got the fire res at the very least. Ah, somebody joined the quest. Wonderful. Let's, of course, be polite and say hello. I was looking at the wrong map signal. Okay. Request completed with some Aeonian. Ooh. Hello. Get back here, friend. We need your support. Yes, I know what you are saying. I was trying to get the other monster. I wasn't trying to like just randomly run away. Attack you! Well, at least he knows not to tolerate a terrible player. He or she or they, of course. Come on. Ooh. A Volvodon. Move, move, move. Why are you just standing there? Let's go. What, did he just leave me for no reason? Wow. These guys were good. Oh, I didn't get a shiny. Sad. And of course, let's take everything, sell nothing. You know what? Because we are of the thought that maybe some of these things might come in handy later, even though they never will. Okay. Alright, and we're gonna take a quick break right here, folks. I'm gonna get something else to drink, take a quick bio break, and we'll be right back on the other side of this 5-minute spot. Let's go with Dream In's always good. Okay, and wow, what was that all about? Welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the No Throne Cicerone. And welcome back once again to Friday streams. We're doing the pub crawl corner of the stream, which means that we are attempting to play with viewers of the stream. We're playing Monster Hunter Rise. I've set up a lobby and I've got the lobby ID and passcode posted if you're so inclined. And if you are not inclined to play with a chump, you know what, that's perfectly alright. That's totally okay. I appreciate your presence nevertheless. So we've been at it for a while. I was thinking that for the final part of the stream I would take something else in terms of a drink, and I've got such something just in mind. But before we do that, let's catch up on chat. And we have friend of the stream, JD274. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this fine afternoon? These are some pretty chill beats. I think I like most of the ones that I've chosen, but you know, I've had this particular playlist for a while. I'm actually considering maybe changing them or maybe adding a few more to the repertoire. What do you think? Sound out in the comments. Sound out in the comments. So before we get back into the action, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap next. So this is once again a non-alcoholic beer from our friends at Surreal Brewing Company. That's right, me and Surreal Brewing Company went to kindergarten together, so we've been friends since then. This is Juicy Mauve's Hazy IPA, and I think you can see that it's got like a wave in the background. And it's a hazy IPA. It's a non-alcoholic hazy IPA. Let me read the back of the can over here. Dare to be different. These guys are brave. This hazy IPA bursts with tropical fruit and citrus character, accentuated by fruity yeast esters and a subtle clean finish. Best enjoyed at cellar temperature between 55 and 65 degrees. And then there's a lot more stuff about. So what exactly is a hazy IPA, you might be asking yourself. You're like, Ales, I've heard of IPAs. A lot of my college friends used to drink them, and I don't understand them. They were like college bros, and they just like really bitter stuff, and it was also cheap, and you know, I'm really not into that particular like lifestyle anymore. And I say, whoa there, my friend. A hazy IPA is not a conventional IPA. So an IPA, a West Coast IPA specifically, is a beer where the hops, first of all, you add a bunch of hops into the brew, but second, you boil those hops during the brewing process. And what that does is that the alpha acids in the hops are actually released into the brew, and these alpha acids are known for their bittering characters. Which is fine if that's your sort of thing. That's not my sort of thing. I don't particularly care for West Coast IPAs, to be perfectly honest with you. They taste a bit, sometimes they can taste a bit like pine sol. Your mileage may vary. Hazy IPAs, on the other hand, don't walk away from this conversation just yet. Hazy IPAs are IPAs where the hop content is actually added during the fermentation process. And what that allows the hops to do is, rather than bestow these alpha acids that I was talking about, it actually allows the hops to engender aromatic and flavor compounds into the beer, a lot of which can taste like tropical fruits or like citrus fruits, which is actually quite nice. It also adds some floral notes into the beer. Hazy IPAs have become quite prominent in the last decade, I want to say, and every single craft brewery is going to have some form of hazy IPA, just because I feel like they're easy drinking, they're easy to get into, and they're just refreshing. They're hazy because they're unfiltered, which means that when you brew them, you don't actually let the yeast and all the other compounds into the beer go. You actually just simply leave them there, and it actually makes for a thicker beer, which is nice. It gives it a complexity of juice. But that's my thoughts on that particular style. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter. And this one is Juicy MAVS. by Surreal Brewing Company. So let's put that right there. Go over here. So a non-alcoholic beer has 0.5% alcohol by volume. This hazy IPA bursts with tropical fruit and citrus character, accentuated by fruity yeast esters and a subtle, clean malt finish. So, not too bad, really. I feel like that's what the back of the can said. Let's actually go ahead and taste it to see if it's any good. Here, continuing on Ale Wolf's exploration of hazy IPAs. Oh, geez. And it's one of those beers that was about to pop. And of course, it's got a big, thick head of foam. Okay. So we poured it, and like I said, this was pretty highly carbonated. In terms of a hazy character, it's not as hazy as I would have expected to be, but you know what? Haziness is a spectrum, it's not a particular specificity. Fang and ale here. So it's got like an interesting dank character. It's definitely citrusy, I want to say. I want to say it's like a sweet citrus, more like a tangerine orange as opposed to a grapefruit. In terms of body composition, a little lighter than a hazy IPA, maybe a 2 out of 5 in terms of body composition, maybe even a 1.5 because I feel like I'm being generous there. Some very nice floral notes on the nose, maybe something a little, even closer to like chamomile, I want to say. And yeah, really the only bitterness that you encounter here is maybe like at the beginning, but not really on the follow through. It's more like that initial dankness, but nothing that follows you. I feel like whenever I'm thinking about bitterness, it's something that lasts in your palate, and this is not the case. So Juicy Mauve's hazy IPA gets a very average 2 out of 5. A 2.5 out of 5. I was trying to do my best Tommy Tallarico impression. Let me go ahead and update my ticker on this one before we move on back into the hunts. Just in case anybody is wondering, they pop into stream and they're like, "Hey, what is this fella drinking over here? Why is he here? Why am I tuning into this thing? Can I watch something a little more understandable and reasonable?" And there's your answer. But with that, let's go back to our game for maybe 1 or 2 more hunts, and let's wrap this up. So, we're in Monster Hunter Rise once again. Lobby ID and lobby passcode are posted in case you want to join the hunt, and in case you just want to watch, totally within your rights. I feel like these reviews are so nuanced. You should make YouTube beer reviews. You think so, JD274? I feel like other people have slightly better vocabulary with the way in which they express themselves. Like I feel like I've done some, I don't want to say I've done some research because that would be reductionist, but I've certainly done some investigating in terms of the ways in which people describe the ways in which they describe beer flavors. And like I borrowed a lot of those, but I don't know that if you were to give me a plain flavor with a priori without any particular understanding of what that's supposed to taste like, would I be that eloquent with that particular description. But thank you very much for the suggestion. Maybe someday though, maybe someday. And on the first one that I make, I will make sure that I give you credit for the idea. Let's hunt that Mizutsune, shall we? I hope you're having a fun afternoon. Hopefully you've got some fun plans lined up for the weekend. Thanks a bunch! Why would he yell that from all the way across the plaza?
Hope everything is just peachy.
For helping me out, I gave Minale some details about upgrading a bowgun. Go bananas. Great. I never use bowguns. Actually, that's a lie. I had used bowguns back in Monster Hunter 4. Anyone else want to talk to me? That's a weird thing to say. Imagine you walking into the playground back in the school days and it's like, hey, does anybody want to talk to me? Okay. And let's eat a meal. I will be sure to claim copyright on you if I see you make a review. Hey, that's if you want to do the work. If you want to do the work. Okay, Dango Weakener is always a good time. Magna Crisp. You know what? This is a Mizutsune, so maybe we should get some water protection here. And then of course our Bombardier. Oh man. Wish I could have some pancakes right about now. And so once again, if you want to join the hunts, join the lobby, feel very free. Alright, let's get a move on. Did I get items for this one? Maybe I did. Okay, I think we're good. Let's get out of here, folks. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Here's hoping we are joined by slightly more competent individuals than myself. What is this? Oh, it's a Rathalos. For some reason I thought it was like something else. I feel like it's a bit too far away from the Mizutsune, so there's no point in trying to have it chase me. Let's find a cave. Narga, my heart. Oof. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice, nice. One more for the road. Let's do this. Now. Boom. Oh, wow, I'm about to die here. Jeez. What are you doing, though, dude? I was about to say, what are you doing, dude? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not a cowboy. Let's take our drugs. Oh, of course. I feel like I should have taken this before. Okay. Much, much better. Red rocket.
He's fixing.
And if you're just joining us, still enjoying a non-alcoholic brew from Surreal Company. This one is called Juicy Mauve's Hazy IPA. If you have any questions about what that is, or why I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer, well, actually, if your question is the latter, I will say, why do people drink non-caffeinated coffee? Life is too short, folks. Drink what you enjoy. Don't let anybody tell you what you should be doing, how you're doing it, or if you are doing it wrong. Ooh, some wildlife is attacking it.
Your days are numbered.
Slam. Oh, totally whiffed. Come on. Just... These high mobility types are so difficult to peg with the... Boom. No. And of course, as I always say, if you have to wire fall, you did something wrong. Out of the way, out of the way. Wow, that guy moves fast. Oh. Ooh, Narga. Is it back for another fight? Maybe not. No, it's gone. Come on, Narge. That was no good, folks. Give me a second here. Check on real life for a moment. Okay. Did I sharpen up? Maybe I did. And we're going outside. I like that wall running is so instantaneous in this game. But when you think about it, like only like top athletes can even begin to try to wall run in the real world. Oh, come on. It just like completely went through the monster. Note to self, don't do bullet barrage at point blank. Wow. That was a wasted shot. I forgot. What a waste. This guy. Now. My best Rocket Knight to date. Ah. I need to just use bullet barrage more. No, don't kill me. And thank you for the follow, Lionheart666. Very much appreciate your support. Alright, I wasn't ready for that. And definitely let me know if you enjoy Sunbreak content. I feel like just about everyone else has rolled credits on this one. Or not, you can also just chill, relax. Hey, what is this guy doing? What are you doing, friend? Ah, I got slapped for asking. Wait, did one of these boars just attack me? Out of the way, out of the way. Okay, now. Nice. Ooh, healing clover bats. I need to sharpen up. A bit of the bubbly. Yeah, I'm not in my best state. I gotta stop drinking in the middle of a hunt. That's in both Monster Hunter and real life. Don't drink and hunt. Don't text and hunt. Okay, now. Oh, wow. A total whiff. Okay. Okay, we have to get out of here. What are you doing, guy? You can't scale a cliff like this. And of course my stamina is in the pits because I'm bubblied. Whew, that was challenging. Okay, so now we're gonna charge up. Get some stamina back up as well. Oh, come on, Narj. Everyone is sleeping. Can you not? Can we not do this now? Can we save this conversation for a time that is more suitable? Hey, 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 hey. Oof. Totally missed that one. Oof. Now. Oh, wow. I am still such a noob at using the bullet barrage. Yeah, I'm just getting thrown around here. Hey, they're fighting again? Hey, I thought they were gonna... What are you doing, dude? No. Pitiable. Felvine, Felvine. Okay. Much better state. Shields up. Rocket Man. Get over here. Ah. At this point, the number of times I've whiffed with bullet barrage. If I had a dime, I'd have about 50 cents. Speaking of which, can anyone remember the last time they had like coins that they were using? Because I can't. Oh, I've been bubblied. Okay, no point in even sharpening up at this point. Oh, Brahm. I have to say hello. That's part of the gentleman's agreement. Okay. Now. Ah, wow. Do I just need to find the target dummy for my bullet barrage to work? Die. Oh, no Wyvern's fire. Oh, wow. Sorry that I took it. And there it goes. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. Rathalos didn't give me a chance to even... Well, let's just keep the fight going. Let's fight that good fight. Into the last good fight I'll ever know. Live or die today. Live or die today. Ooh, it fell asleep. Oh, but I am nowhere in terms of using my... Look at that. See, this guy knows what he's doing. Jeez, oh, come on. I flew too far. Jeez, this guy was awesome. Okay. That was righteous. A toast to you, bro. Wherever you might be. And I think that's it in terms of things I can pick up, maybe. Ah, there's a shiny right here. Nice, nice. So I think the lessons to be taken from here is number one, I need a new armor set. And then number two, I need to just like practice with the bullet barrage because I have it on good authority that it is the highest damaging move for the gun lance. And maybe I just need to learn how to work it. I really like that move where I kind of just slash forward. It's a really good opener. But I think that for these high level fights, maybe I just need to get familiarized with it. Mizutsune Mantle, nice. I get a Mizutsune set. Beautiful. Well, let's get off online play and let's wrap up for the day, shall we? One request can be reported. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Okay. Whew, let's go back to... You know what, let's go to everything I lost. Feeling kind of dour. Like Hound Dour. Okay. Well, that was the Ails and Fails Twitch stream for today, Friday. And actually, this will be my last stream for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed what you were watching. Hopefully you had a few laughs. Ideally at my expense, that's okay. You know, we all need a good laugh every once in a while, and it's fine. Sometimes it's just fine. Be nice to one another, be good to each other. But yeah, enjoy your life. I'll be back next week. I'll probably once again go back into Mega Man Zero. And then I'll also do another Hades run on the Friday. I don't know if I should continue playing Monster Hunter Rise. I'm thinking maybe I should switch it up and go back to King of Fighters 15. But don't quote me on that just yet. It'll be depending on how I feel about it. If you took anything in particular from this stream and you thought, hey, this seems like a pretty good show. I like this guy. He talks about beer. I'm not really interested in beer, but I'll deal with it because of he's... funny or entertaining, or I find them pitiable, then check out my schedule. I generally post it on Twitter as well, or as it is known, X. But yeah, all that being said, thank you very much for your company. Thank you very much for your time. Let me simply suggest, hopefully you have a great rest of your weekend, and where's my glass over here? Take care, JD274. Thank you very much for your company this afternoon. And as I like to say, stay thirsty, Alpac. We'll see you again.